leaves a bit of space open. Miguel Brau looks to defend, the 22-year-old.
You play new opponents. If you're Orlando Pirates, you've got to try and gauge things. And I guess in terms of Granada, they themselves have got to try and find a rhythm about themselves. Of course, with a new coach, they've got to try and understand the structures, the formation, how he wants them to play. Level of fitness has got to be up as well.
Bit of a clumsy looking foul in the middle of the park by Orlando Pirates, and a free kick to Granada. Heading up towards the opening 10 minutes then being completed in Marbella. No score between the two sides.
I think they've been able to conjure good moves that threatens Orlando Pirates. If you look at the Pirates goalkeeper, China has been the busiest so far in terms of having to come out, and it's always a concern if the ball gets played, you know, you bypass the center back position and you find a one-on-one situation with the keeper so far. So that becomes a bit of a problem in terms of the defensive organization.
Martinez almost inviting a little bit of trouble from Maswangani. That's nicely poached away. Bounce South Africa, Maswangani through the middle. That's a good goal from Gilberto, who scores his first goal in the colours of Orlando Pirates.
Talk about a sniper. And that's exactly what he's been. But punish mistakes. That's exactly what they've done, Orlando Pirates. And this is how they punish a mistake. Decisive. Well played for him. Maswangani laid it nicely for him, but you look at the finishing, crisp, decisive. Talk about the dance. I've seen this. I've seen the dance already, Kev. There's videos circulating.
Oh.
Our eyes and ears in Spain. Thomas Blambo, they've posted Gilberto dancing. You know, so they had this dancing routine, so he showed them the dancing skills, and now he shows them why they signed him. Clinical, decisive.
Yeah, it's good to have a left-footed player that can score goals. Now, one has to look at the opportunities, and we had that opportunity for Ruiz just moments ago. There was an opportunity off the right wing for Science a few moments ago as well, and a couple of great saves by Sipho Choine. And despite all of that, and against a run of play, one might suggest Orlando Pirates lead by 1-0. And that's taking your chances, isn't it?
That's definitely taking your chances. And they were quite clinical about it in terms of the finishing, Orlando Pirates.
So Gilberto can play both on the right-hand side and the left-hand side. Saleng on the right-hand side today. And as I said, no more for King in the match day squad. We've spoken about the players that are here, and we'll speak about them more in the second half, because we're bound to see one of those matches again where Jose Ribeiro rings the changes.
Well, I can tell you now, one of the changes they were forced to make is that of Evidence Makgopa, because Sekgofatso Mawasa has just come on. And you're going to see this sort of injury. Some players their level of fitness are not so up to scratch, and I just hope it's not too serious. We saw Maswangani, and we thought maybe it's a hamstring, but he seems to be back and he seems to be okay. And I can only hope that it's not too serious for Evidence Makgopa.
This is good preparation, not only for the South African Premier League, whose fixtures haven't been announced, but talking about announcing, let's announce the goal for Weissman. Sean Weissman then, ball in from the right-hand side again from Pablo Science. Weissman is at hand. He's just been signed again by Granada. Makes his return from Salernitana in Serie B. End of a loan spell there, the centre forward.
This looks too easy. Played quick enough, not organized in terms of their marking. You can see Ndao was late. His positioning was completely wrong. And I think as a coach, these are some of the details that you want to work on. Is it the ball played on the right-hand side and quickly played into the center? And the defense was disjointed by Orlando Pirates.
Only 3 minutes after the goal from Gilberto, Weissman provides the equalizer. Man down for Orlando Pirates is Gilberto. Sanchez back to Martinez. Away by Brau. It's a good run again. Weissman making himself available in the middle. Ball doesn't reach Boy. Pick up in the middle by the former SuperSport United player, Talent Mbata. Yeah, I think Talent Mbata and Selelo Razibocha are going to set.
But we've got to give credit as well to the keeper.
Lucky letter for Orlando Pirates. Maswangani goes to cover his goalkeeper, Sipo Chaine, on the line. Corner to be taken by Gonzalo Villa. Compact ground in Marbella. Going towards the near post. It's a great header and cleared off the line. Yeah, I'm quite enjoying the pace of the encounter as well. Both sides have scored a goal within a couple of minutes of each other. And both sides are looking fairly organised. I do like the way that Granada play. They play wide, they play with pace. They seem to have confidence in the correct ball appearing in the opposition penalty area. And there's been some good running from Lucas Boy and from Sean Weissman. Support of the right-hand side from Sainz Ruiz through the middle of the park. And yeah, at the back, Martinez had been beaten by Gilberto, but he hasn't really been forced into making saves of any great significance.
I think when you look at the two teams, you can actually identify with the kind of style that they're playing. There's no contrast. They want to have the ball on their feet. The movement has got to be good. The passing has got to be swift as well. So it is good quality football. Pirates would not have chosen the best.
Gilberto plays on, the players behind him. So he's having a chat with his captain, Innocent Mayela, as we get back underway for this encounter. And just the type of ball that he would prefer and the runs that he would prefer to make. And all these things are not only sorted out in the training ground, but they certainly are sorted out with the correct communication right here in this friendly international. I beg your pardon, friendly club international.
And I'm sure the Pirates fans are watching, and I'm going to take you back to a couple of years when there was a guy called Gento Kambala, very colorful in terms of how he played his football. And Gilberto reminds me of that side of it.
Joswiak trying to make some ground. Still Joswiak, good save from Chaine against the...
Suddenly there's someone behind you who's attacking that ball. It just teaches a lot of... It gives a lot of lessons to Pirates defense in terms of watching the runner. It's not so much paying attention to the ball. You know, you've got to watch the runner.
Absolutely. Clearly Mabasa is on the field of play. The man who scored 16 goals domestically in the Premier League last season. Maybe that injury is a bit more serious than we thought to Machopa, and maybe it's a precautionary because there are plenty of matches coming up, and it starts with this overseas trip, finishing their overseas campaign against the Qatar champions Al Sadd. Before they've had two so far in the opening 4 minutes of the second half.
Defensively not looking convincing at all. As I was saying, for Pirates is more consolidation. You know, looking at the different options they have in each and every position they have. So it's more consolidation. But for Granada, it's pressing the reset button, starting all over again. As we see, there's a player in
Talent Mbata.
Oh.
Just seemed to, as he delivered the ball, he just seemed to pull up. So whether that's self-inflicted or whether there was an injury that he carried into the second half and is aggravated. Little break in play here, but it's fascinating to see that it's the Spanish side that have made all of the changes. As he's helped back to his feet is the
matter friendly real game situation. He's that sort of player.
Be a free kick for Granada. Interesting listening to our two presenters having a chat to Zach Lapass at half-time and talking about the hot conditions that abound here in Marbella in the heat of the summer season. Orlando Pirates just on the back foot momentarily, but nice ball forward by Mayela. Maswankani. Yeah, the ball was a little behind him, and Mabasa I don't think it was the worst ball. I think Granada were just organised in the right places at the right time. Mapasa remains on the seat of his pants, bemoaning his situation, not being able to take advantage of what looked like a fairly decent pass by Maswangani initially.
One other thing which they do well, you know, Granada, as you attack them straight from the midfield, they sort of congest.
Diudu.
He's up.
Referee and Sipuchaine having a little conversation. I'm not sure how good the Orlando Pirates goalkeeper's Spanish is, but I'm sure the referee might have a smattering of English that might help matters.
How many Spanish words do you know? Do you know any Spanish greetings? Do you have any word that you know about in Spanish?
Oh, really?
Not really. Okay, I'll teach you one.
Okay.
There's a favorite track that I play all the time. It's called Sukasa. Now that means welcome to my space.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, thank you so much.
Sukasa.
I accept.
You accept.
Forward. Nice work defensively. Hongla moved onto the right back position. The Cameroonian, with all the changes made at half time. Nice run by Hongla down that far side of the pitch. The more I see of Gilberto, the more I like of him, because he's played almost a little bit as a holding midfield. He's played defensively. He obviously is very much of an attacker that can be used both inverted and in his customary position. And I think he offers quite a lot. Hence, you know, his recognition and signing from Petro. Goalkeeper getting himself in a bit of trouble here. Zidane, 3 Pirates players around him. Zidane's done awfully well, and then through ball to Diudu. Nice cover though from Thabiso Lapizza, as suddenly the match threatens to burst into life.
Listen, you can't have a name, Zidane, and your basics are wrong. So you can expect that from the keeper. If you carry the name, the surname Zidane, there's something special about you, and you.
So the warm-ups will continue this coming weekend for both Pirates and Granada. Granada will be up against a side that they played with and against in La Liga in the past season, and will, with both being relegated, they'll meet again in the coming campaign. Pirates up against Al Sadd, as we said. Player down seems to be Oscar Melendo.
Sima was rushing to the touchline. I'm not too sure whether is he going to receive some instructions or what the situation is. Is he getting substituted?
The referee says wait for the whistle, which was his initial call, but Dlamini wasn't looking at the referee when he was showing the whistle to the South African midfielder.
Maybe not familiar with sign language.
Not at all. You always have something to learn in this game, don't you?
Yeah.
Mkoto gets his first touch. Dlamini was near him, and maybe that was the better option. Tim with the foul. Referee hasn't blown for it. Kimfuwidi. Still a chance for Orlando Pirates. Never with hands behind backs. Makes the initial clearance. Will make the second one as well. Ball hasn't been kept in play by either side. Yeah, with only 8 minutes remaining in the 90 and stoppage time, of course, at the end of the match, there's an apparent growing impetus towards...
They don't care how you feel and what you've gone through. So it's got to be in you, because there's expectations. Once you get into the field of play, that has to get out of your mind. And that could be unfair because we're not from the same background. But this game is all about arrogance, positive arrogance. Where
you stand on the ball and build positively. Tetra, another one of his scything runs.